Well, good morning, guys. Welcome back to another trading session. It is Wednesday today. It is a sunny day here in Portugal. I hope you're getting some sun as well in your country or whatever you are right now. Yeah, yesterday was a tough day because the New York AM session did not provide us with a setup. It was some kind of a boring session, as you can see here. Price just consolidated the whole session, and it started to move right at 2 o'clock. 2 o'clock p.m. New York, and it's been drawing price downside. And yeah, we had some kind of a momentum here, taking out. Well, ES did not take out London highs, but NQ did, and we are now back to the downside here. As we look at the 4 hour, yeah, the 4 hour is kind of a mixed. It's kind of a mixed time frame here. As you can see, prices. Yeah, it's been very thick here on higher time frames. The range we are playing about 70 handle range. So it's not the ideal conditions for trading lately. As you can see here, price really came down. It kind of disrespected the fair value gap that the 4-hour gave us, the bullish one. It's right at the bottom here. And meanwhile, it formed a tiny one, but it is a fair value gap here on the 4-hour and the 1-hour time frames as well. So right now we are sitting on a 4-hour fair value gap here, a bullish one. The first time we managed to touch it, price reacted in a bullish way, but now it's kind of sitting right here, which can make us a bit indecisive about what price really wants to do, since it has a high time frame PD array fair value gap here and a high time frame fair value gap right here. So price is just playing in between those two PD arrays. What can we say about today's action? Well, if we go a bit lower, let me just go to the daily. Yeah, the daily just took previous day low, as you can see here. The next low would be the 19th, so Monday's low. I have noted it already here on the charts. So we can eventually expect price taking out this low as well, but I would like to see how it will behave as soon as we open at 9:30. If we dig lower, or if we just we just touched 15% of the wick of the hourly wick here. So I'm kind of indecisive right now about my bias, honestly. I think the bullishness is primed here because we have a lot of smooth edges here, as you can see. All these highs here are filled with stops, and I think it would be nice to see price react here as soon as we go into 9:30, 10, and start a run to the upside. But at least we will need at least a market structure shift on the 15-minute. As you can see here on the 15-minute, price is really into this range here since 2 o'clock in the morning. We made a low in between 6, and price is just not doing much, honestly. So I will wait a bit here just to see how price will react. We are still in between the highs and the lows of the actual 4-hour candle. I will probably wait for 9:50 to 10:10, which is the usual hour that I'm used to wait for. If you have been watching my streams and my trading sessions, you can see that I almost always wait for 9:50 to 10:10 just to see if price wants to take out some sell side liquidity here for the formation of the next 4-hour candle, or if we just maintain a range. So I think that the plan here will be developed as price action will develop too. We got 9:30 open here already, so price just opened here with a big displacement to the upside. For something bullish, I would like to see this fair value gap to be kind of inverted and price start to find some support above this fair value gap here, and then eventually go until midnight open. But for that to happen, we just have to wait and see what price really wants to do, because it's kind of indecisive. On higher time frames, we are actually ranging. We are ranging since the 13, yeah, the 13th of May, um, and it is quite it is quite obvious on NQ. On ES, you can see it is a range, but it is a small uptrend, a range inclined to the upside. But on NQ, you can see that that's quite a horizontal range. So 950, 930, giving us a big displacement to the upside here, digging into the fair value gap that started this leg down here. I will mark a projection just to see where eventually price can go from here. So I will mark the implied fair value, the implied fib, if we have, and look for confluences here. So minus 2.5 standard deviation would put us right above Asia highs, which can be a good confluence here. And minus 4 standard deviation would put us right to event horizon. This event horizon, which is the midpoint in between this analog here and the next one here to the upside, which is here. Let me just stretch it to the right. Yeah, I will let the market do what it wants to do. I'm just curious to see if we hit the 4-hour candle high at 10 a.m. in the morning. If not, if price comes down once again, comes up, yeah, then we might have another consolidation day here. Since we already run a lot here during Asia session and London session and the moments in between them. So I'm not expecting a huge move to the upside, honestly. I guess this is the time where we have to catch our low hanging fruit and not eventually expect for big movements in the market. So yeah, this is kind of my plan for today's action. Yeah, for those who watched the stream yesterday, especially on YouTube, I don't know what happened on YouTube, honestly. Um, the stream was quite freezing, was freezing all the time, and it seems like today it's freezing on Twitch. I will probably have to do something about my OBS settings. I will have to test these OBS settings as well. So I apologize for the people that has been watching the streams, and lately um, the stream has been freezing on YouTube and eventually on Twitch as well. Yeah, so let's just wait and see what price really wants to do here. In the meantime, price just offered us the first presented for value gap, which is the 931 here. This one right here. So it's kind of being respected right now. We'll just push this to the upside. So I really would like to see price holding here on the first presented fair value gap and eventually start a run to the upside. And this is what I really would like to see. But if price comes down here, yeah, it's kind of annoying price action that I kind of expect if price really does that. So we kind of digged into the midpoint of the 4-hour fair value gap here, the bullish one, reacted to the upside, touched the DN walk, and DN walk was kind of rejected here. We retraced back to the 4-hour fair value gap, and seems like price is now trying to hold here. I really would like to see an inversion of this fair value gap here. Yeah. In the meantime, NQ and ES, yeah, they're doing some similar jobs, but it seems like NQ is a bit stronger than ES. NQ already took out this high here. Price is still stuck here inside the bearish fair value gap that started the last swing to the downside here. It will probably be waiting for 950 to 1010. So I will monitorize it and see if we will get some kind of action here. Yeah, price is still stuck here. Trying to get above it right now. We have 830 open as well here, right above it. So let's see. Let's see if we can get price moving a little bit higher, or if we might go to the downside. And Q really pushing a bit more than ES. ES seems like to be the weak sister. Yeah, in the meantime, NQ already run these eyes here as well. So NQ is already above London highs as well. But in the meantime, yeah, ES is doing this. Let's just wait. The new 15-minute candle is burning. In the meantime, NQ already took the high of the last 4-hour candle. So it's forming some type of a new high. So at this point, I'm just waiting to see if price really wants to dig higher here. My first intention was that price run to the upside, taking out all this liquidity that is here. Yesterday's trading session on yesterday's stream, I talked about a staircase, and this is just like that. It's just a staircase to the downside, and usually price really usually it usually tries to climb that staircase in a one move, getting rid of all the liquidity and all the stops that are above it. But I'm not quite convinced about this price action on ES, honestly. We are entering the 950 macro as well. Yeah, keep in mind that we don't have any kind of red folder news or any kind of news today. So we can make the market a bit more slow. As of now, we have an SMT in between ES and NQ. So NQ already took these highs here and London highs. And in the meantime, ES is battling with the analog here, trying to get above it or get inside of it, but struggling a bit here. 830 is acting as support, as you can see here. But just check the the higher time frames here. Yeah, the 15 minutes on ES is still inside this range. But NQ just took it out of the range already. So right now we are entering the macro time window. So we have 10 minutes left for this 4-hour candle to close. So price is pushing, still pushing higher here. And Q is also pushing a little bit higher. I will take this off here, move it to the new highs that will be formed. Johnny Q is really pushing to the upside, way stronger than ES. Just let me check here. How many handles did we run already? So 8 handles. Price price is still pushing a little bit higher here. I will just wait for something to happen, something clear and something logical to happen. I will not try to force anything. We still have 5 minutes inside the 4-hour candle. Price stopped right at the 1-hour fair value gap, the bearish one, and we are inside the NWOG as well. We already took London highs both on ES and NQ. NQ is way above it already. Seems like NQ will do another stretch to the upside. Yeah, this is a tricky day, honestly, because we have bearish fair value gaps here, right at price, where price is at. Uh, here down below we have a bullish one, so price can eventually be stuck in here for a moment. This one got inverted. So if price really comes back into the inverted fair value gap and reaches for support here, it will eventually be some kind of an opportunity to go long. Let me just check the OTE levels. Yeah, OTE levels are way down below, which is not great. And now we are inside a macro. So at this point, it seems like we will retrace back down. We are losing the N walk. We are losing the 1 hour fair value gap as well. And honestly, these runs to the upside are always suspicious. Notice that this run started prior to the open. Yeah, this could be some type of play. Let's see if we have a closure here below 830. I'm not trading anything yet. I'm just watching what will happen. It would be nice if we will have another run to the upside, taking out buy side liquidity as the 4 hour candle, and then start some downside move. Yeah, but it seems like we are moving lower. Yeah, not liking how price is moving to the upside here. And we got taken out. Yeah. Well, at least we had our stops here, because this was wild, honestly. This was wild. Yeah, what a wild move to the upside here. Well, was not expecting a move like this, honestly, here on ES. A 20 handle move. Yeah, this was a crazy move here on both ES and NQ. Meanwhile, we took out the 4 hour high. Price already took these eyes out as well. So we still have Asia highs to take out. But yeah, not a quiet not a quiet and not an easy morning. This displacement to the upside was kind of tricky. It stopped us here on minus 175. And so far, I cannot frame any short here. Another tricky day here, honestly. And yeah, I think the upside will be explored just like I was saying in the first minutes of the stream. But honestly, I decided to take this short because I thought that we were heading for a retrace to the downside here, and was able to was trying to profit from it. Since we had the macro as well. A price retracing back to the order block here. We'll wait a bit more to see if price will do something logical. At this point, we took buy side liquidity as the 4-hour candle high. We are still inside the macro. We still have 2 minutes inside of it. Yeah, displacement to the downside here. After taking buy side liquidity as the 4-hour candle. So we are now inside the order block here. We'll see if it really holds or not. As you can see, this order block here is being tested. and so far being respected as well. Let me just mark this fair value gap here, the bearish one. If this one gets inverted, then it would be a good chance to get long. Otherwise, we will see probably lower prices. Yeah, price still inside the order block here, but rejecting for now this fair value gap here. This is quite a tricky morning here, honestly. Yeah, price is trying to get another push to the upside here. And it seems like price really wants to get above this, honestly. I will wait a bit more. For now, the upper band of the fair value gap is being respected, so price is not trying to interact with the upper band. So it can mean that price is probably weaker than we expected, but at the same time, price is taking too long here. On the 15-minute, you can see a lot of tricky price action. Yeah, price tried to go once again for the fair value gap, but it wasn't able to. It's trying to reach out for the NWOG as well. There we go. Price just trying to get above it. It was taking too much time for a short move. So if we close inside or above the midpoint of it, I will probably try the long for a continuation to the upside. There we go. So we got the order block holding price here. We got the order block holding price. So I would like to see price coming back to this wick here. Let's see if we got it or not. Not the best, not the best setup, honestly, but it makes sense for price to continue to the upside, and this was some kind of a first projection of my bias. So we'll let it run for a bit now. price struggling to get out of the of that inverted fair value gap. I really would like to see a push above it. Otherwise, my stop can eventually get stopped, get reached. I mean, didn't like how we close here, right at the bottom of the inverted fair value gap. Yeah, and price is tricky once again. Not respecting anything, honestly. Um, I guess today will take us into drawdown. There we go. Yeah. So 2 losses. And price is just displacing to the downside here. Really mean price action here. And back above. Yeah, real strange price action here, honestly. I came here just to take out these stops. And yeah, there's nothing I can do here, honestly. Respecting once again the bearish fair value gap here. It seems like we are now primed to go lower. Meanwhile, NQ is trying to hold. I will take this one just to see if we can get a bit lower here, just to minimize my drawdown. looking for somewhere near 9:30 open, or eventually the first presented fair value gap would be nice to see as well. We rejected the N walk, rejected the 4-hour candle high, the 1 hour for value gap as well. Just let me close the window here. So I'll take this one off here. So another fair value gap here. Yeah, but price is really not working with us, honestly. Price is not respecting anything. It's just pushing both sides. So yeah, NQ is trying to get above it. It's trying to move up. Meanwhile, and ES is doing this and not putting us in a good position. I guess. Curious to see how price will react as soon as we touch the first presented fair value gap here. And Q is really pushing ES to the upside. As you can see, NQ is in a horizontal line, and ES is trying to get lower, but NQ is not letting it do its job. I would like to see NQ head to the downside as well. It would be perfect. So ES is now inside the first presented fair value gap here. At this point, I will probably put my stop to break even. So I'm selling, so I will take off 5 here. Since we are inside the first presented fair value gap here, I will take one more off. There we go. Yeah, NQ is not letting ES do its job. See how the first presented fair value gap is acting as a support here. It will probably push price higher. Yeah, so far price is really stuck in between these two. We have this order block as well here, being respected so far. This bearish order block, as you can see here. But the first presented is usually a strong point of resistance or support on price. So we have to have that in mind. And I usually like to take profits as soon as we take a hit or a touch on the first presented fair value gap. Yeah, NQ is really pushing ES to the upside. NQ is not willing to get below. So NQ and ES are not doing a similar job today. I got stopped out here at break even. So we are still in drawdown, as you can see here. but almost cut the drawdown in half. So not bad at all. So yeah, but not a good session today, honestly. The short idea was not incorrect here, honestly. We just got cut off in the trade here with this massive wick to the upside, and then I tried this long here as soon as price inverted the fair value gap, the bearish one, but it didn't work, honestly. So right now, I guess the bearish move ended, and we are primed to see higher prices here. This was a nice reaction from the first presented fair value gap. We just inverted this one as well. NQ is heading to the upside too, so this might provide us some movement to the upside, I guess. So this will be my last trade for the day here. Let's just wait for price to come a little bit lower. This would be a 5 candle stop. So now I want to see price spool to the upside here. It has the help of NQ, which is still trying to get above 2. Retesting the fair value gap here, which is acceptable. This one right here. Here we have a breaker. This green candle right here is some kind of a breaker, which I would like to see being respected as well. So we have a lot of bullish PD arrays here that I would like to see respected. Yeah, but it seems like it's not our day today, honestly. Yeah, price is really treating us in a harsh way. Yeah, the bullish scenario didn't work. I will get stopped out, most probably. Yeah, the breaker didn't work. This fair value gap here is not holding as I wanted to see it hold. This inverted didn't hold as well. So yeah, it's not our day today. at this point it will get stopped out. I have no doubts about it. It's kind of a shame because I really recovered about 50% of the drawdown, but now I'm back to drawdown, honestly. And there we go. Yeah, no chance here. So it is what it is. We have 2R, a bit more than 2R to recover. Yeah, we move lower here. Yeah, price is once again entering a macro hour here. Yeah, I came just to take my stop. I will probably run now. Let's try here. We took sell side liquidity here. We came from the first presented fair value gap here, not the first one, but the 930 fair value gap. We have a low resistance here as well. So yeah, let's see if this one holds or not. This is my last try. Meanwhile, NQ is heading to the upside. Let's see if this kind of displacement here holds or not. I'm kind of not I'm not trusting the market as I would like to, honestly. Since like we inverted this one, we are inside a macro as well, so it should give us some fuel to the upside here. Nice reaction here as well. So I will be right back. I have to go to the bathroom. I'm sorry. Be right back, guys. Okay. So we are back, and the trade really didn't move, right? Yeah, not the best price action that I choose to get involved with the market, honestly. But I guess I have to endure it now, just to try to recover some of the drawdown that I put myself in. So far, nice displacement here. But we are back at the analog, which can give us some kind of a resistance to the upside. So let's see how price will react as soon as we get into it. Now, the displacement here, now I would like to see is getting inverted. Meanwhile, NQ already took this high here, which is great for those who long NQ. ES way weaker here, honestly. See if we can invert the hourly prevalence as well and reach at least the midpoint of the analog, which is the shaded area here. So the macro is working. So I'm glad I convinced myself that we were inside a macro and that it would be a good opportunity to long again. Just let me check where this will bring us, would bring me to break even here. Now let's see. We'll move this to here. Just allowing here the retrace. I guess is healthy and acceptable. I'm looking into NQ as well, just to see where it can eventually stop. It has some more upside though, at least until 21,482. ES can eventually go to 5,944, which is the wick high here. So we are still inside the macro. We still have 8 minutes to go. So I'm expecting the move to stay active for about 8 to 10 minutes. So we reached the midpoint of bandwalk here on NQ. Let me check where NQ is. I guess we have some more room to go, especially on NQ. We took this high here on ES. And we still have 5 minutes inside the macro. And I think at this point, it would be wise to minimize my drawdown, so I will take the majority of the position off. So, yeah. And eventually put my stop loss break even as well. And if this move continues, if this move continues, I mean, I will stretch this to minus 2.5 standard deviation here and see if we have the strength to go there. So this just leaves the render here, and yeah, we just have to let it play now. Kind of a shame because NQ is really pushing to the upside and the ES is just doing nothing. It kind of is frustrating to see something that should do a similar job, taking a big stretch to the upside, and ES just moving here quietly and almost in a range perspective. A nice push here to the upside once again. So in the meantime, NQ just hit the level resistance here, and eventually ES can eventually do some kind of a retrace. So yeah, this was a nice and clean push to the upside here. If I would have waited a bit more, I could have taken the full position off. But it is what it is. I will be content if I hit drawdown here. If I had hit break even, I mean. Nice push to the upside. Yeah, I took almost everything off here at -1 standard deviation, as you can see here. So just let me see here. It would be, yeah, right at the -1 fair value gap, -1 hour fair value gap, the bearish one. Yeah, this is a nice push to the upside here. Since my position is here down below, I will probably try to pyramid a bit more. Waiting for a continuation here. So let's see now if price will run a bit more, at least at minus 2.5 standard deviation. Price getting outside of a analog here as well. Meanwhile, NQ is way ahead of ES. ES is like in the midpoint of this bearish leg, while ES is almost reaching its top. Just let me grab a fib and let me just check it here. Yeah, it's right at the middle, right in the middle of it. Okay. yeah, once again, guys, I'm sorry for the delay on stream. I just noticed it some minutes ago. It really is annoying because I don't know what happened with OBS. It seems like some things were set up, but I don't know what happened. And I will probably have to set up OBS once again for a better performance. So I'm really sorry. Yeah, I'm just looking for the last leg here until -2 or -2.5. Uh, then I will end the stream. Yeah, I will probably end it in the meantime, since it is way delayed here. So I'm really sorry about that, but honestly, I thought I had things very well set up here on OBS, but it seems not.